what's going on, you guys? It's me, Georgie, personal trainer / strength and conditioning coach. So pretty much what we're going to be talking about today is I'm going to be talking about box squats. All right, I'm going to be talking about two variations. I'll be talking about the regular box squat, which is 90 degrees, and then I'm going to be talking about the lower box squat, which is a little bit lower. And I want to kind of go over both of them just to kind of give you guys an idea of what each of them mean. All right, so when it comes to squatting, obviously squatting with the barbell, squatting with dumbbells, squatting any type of variation of squatting that you like to do is very helpful. It's a basic move. It's a basic necessity when you start working out, or if you've been working out. As you know, it's a great way for your glutes to get stronger. It's a great way for your legs to get stronger, and also your core. So when it comes to choosing whether you want to do the regular box squat or the lower one, again, neither one is wrong for you. It just depends on your goals and what you're trying to achieve. Okay? Now, for instance, let me give you guys an example. If you want to just, practice, or you're new to exercise and you're just trying to, learn form, my best suggestion would be either practicing with the regular box squat, which is 90 degrees, or you can really use nothing and try to see how low you can go. Going 90 degrees just kind of gives you a foundation to start with, and it's a safe start if you're just starting out. Again, you don't have to do more, you don't have to do anything less. This is kind of just like right in the middle, like a Goldilocks example. Now for the smaller one is, I use it typically when I want to get more flexible, or if I'm trying to train for more flexibility. Again, you could put more weight when you squat with the lower one. It's just going to be a little bit harder than it is, obviously, than with the regular one. So if your goal is to get more flexible with your squats, and you've been squatting for a while and you want to get deeper into that squat so your muscles get that length, your muscles stretch, your muscles are more flexible, but you want to add a little bit more weight, then definitely try to go for the lower box squat. Go for the lower one. If you were just beginning, or if you're just trying to get form and work on form but still want to lift heavy, then I recommend going for the regular box squat. Okay? All right, so I'm going to start off with the regular box squat first to kind of show you guys and give you guys an example of what it's going to look like. All right? So if I'm just starting off, or if I'm new to exercise and I want to implement squats, it's pretty easy. You're going to set your box. Okay, you don't want to set it too far, and you don't want to set it too close to the bar or where you're going to be sitting at. So before you even set it up, make sure that it's at a comfortable spot where you feel like you're comfortable enough to go down. You can sit and come right back up. Because if you're too close to the rack, you're definitely going to hit this. And if you're too far from the rack, if you have the safety racks on, they won't catch if you fall down. Okay, I'm going to give you guys an example of that. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the box just a tad further than where I'm at. Okay, now when I approach the bar, I want to always remember that I want everything even. My shoulders, my hips, my hands, my feet, because this move is all about balancing a lot of weight on your traps. If you're a beginner and you have a bad neck, or if you have a herniated disc in your neck, or if you have trouble with it, then I highly recommend using a foam pad. You could probably get one on Amazon for cheap, for like 10 bucks. I've had this one for a while. I use this one with my clients. You just stick it on there, and as you're doing the squats, this will help protect your neck, and it'll definitely help protect your traps, and you don't get that soreness feeling, okay? Because if it's your first time doing squats, you will probably feel sore in the neck area, in the trap area, which you should be using. Okay, those are the muscles that we're going to be using. So I highly recommend getting a mat if you are just starting out, or if you're a little scared, or if you're a little worried about it. But same rules apply. When you come up to the bar, most bars have like these little two lines that are right here. Okay, I usually put my thumb. The rule of thumb is I put my thumb in the beginning of those lines, and my hands are going to be the same exact distance, and I'm going to wrap my hands around the bar. Okay, securing a nice grip, making sure my hands are even. That way my shoulders are even, and that way they're not too far apart, and I'm not grabbing it in an uncomfortable position for myself. Now, once I have that, I'm going to wrap my hands around, again, gripping my thumbs. My feet, I want to make sure that they're squared off, meaning that my feet are in line with each other. So not one foot is in front, they're not staggered, another foot's not in front of it like that, another foot's not lower than it. I just want to make sure that my feet are staggered in a sense where my feet are in line with each other, okay? Again, that's going to give us our balance. Once there, if you want to test out sitting down first, see how far it is, see how comfortable you are, and if that's comfortable, then, then I think you should be fine. And when it comes to safety racks, I put them in a safety zone where I know if I fall with the bar and I'm going to drop down, if anything, I can just let go of the bar. They'll land safely here. I don't get hurt. The rack's not going to move. And I can just fall forward with my hands in front of me, or I can just drop down to my knees or my butt, if anything. That's worst case scenario. But again, that's why you want to make sure that the box is at a good distance, okay? So for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to approach the bar, put my thumbs on the rule of thumb, get under the bar, okay? You always want to approach it under. You never want to attack it straight on. You want to make sure you're under the bar. Bending your knees, you lay it on your traps. Your traps are that muscle right there where your shoulders are at, and you're just going to lift it up with your legs and your arms. At first, it may be a little heavy, but that's why we have to make sure that we're practicing and we're getting used to the weight. Once I pick up the bar, I'm going to take a step back using the box. Again, since the box is already in a squared off position, I'm more comfortable there. I'm making sure my feet are not too wide. Again, it's not that it's a bad thing to have your feet as wide as possibly can, but the proper stance and what I was taught during school is that your feet should always be shoulder width apart. If you go wider, yes, you are working more of your flexibility in your glutes and your legs and your hips. But for now, we're just doing it standard, and I want to make sure I have control. Because when I control this position, the regular, original position, then I can start maneuvering with different variations of it. So once my feet are staggered, once I got that going, I'm going to be confident, I'm going to be comfortable holding the bar, gripping it, not being too stiff, but at the same time not too loose. I'm in control, and I'm going to slowly start going back. I'm going to sit down on the box. I'm going to feel on the box real quick with my glutes. As soon as I touch the box, I like to come right back up, and I'm going to extend my glutes at the same time. I'm going to make sure my knees are extended at the end. I'm going to make sure I tuck in my pelvis a little bit and making sure I'm squeezing the glutes on top when you come all the way up. When you come back down, nice and control. As soon as I touch the box, I come right back up. Again, in the future, once you start putting in more weight, I don't want you guys getting comfortable and just sitting down on the box, because from this position, one, my back is already starting to stiff up, my back muscles, my feet aren't going to be able to come right back up because I'll be too tired, there's a lot of weight, and there's no way I can get it to the safety racks without leaning forward and getting hurt. Because right here, this is not a good position for your neck, for your back. You want to make sure that your back, your core, all your muscles are engaged properly, and you stand right back up. And again, squeezing on the top, making sure your back is nice and straight. You come straight down, touch the box, you come right back up. And again, you can go for a 12 count, 15 count, 8 count, whatever you feel more comfortable with, or whatever you want to practice with first. Squat down, you come right back up. And again, when you're coming down, you want to make sure that you're holding your breath in. So you take a deep breath in, you tighten your core up, you come down, and then you're going to breathe. You're going to exhale out on the way back up, because that's when you're forced, when you're letting it out. So make sure you breathe in, and you let it out on the way up to relax. Excellent. All right, now that you tried that out, we're going to move on to the next one, which is the lower box. Okay? Now, again, there's not, exercise, the way I see it, is there's no wrong thing. You just have to know what your goals are. And again, your goals may be different from the other person over there. So never compare your exercises to somebody else's exercises, because I feel like in the gym, that's how people get diminished. They get discouraged. They start thinking to themselves like, oh, why is that person going lower and that person's not going and that person's lifting heavier? It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. What it matters is what you want to do and what your goals are. That's how fitness is, and that's how fitness has always been. It's never been about what the other person's doing. It's about what you want to achieve and what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so just always keep that in mind. So now there's some days where I like using the regular box, or if not, I don't even use the box at all and just squat normally. But I preferably like to squat on the lower box always, because I'm 5'11", and I'm always trying to get more flexibility in my legs because I'm already pretty tall and I'm not that flexible. So my goal is always trying to get more flexibility out of it. And I've been doing this for about 10 plus years already. So it's not like I'm new to this. So we're going to go over a couple more things with the lower box because it does get a little more challenging. But again, once you've mastered this regular box and you've done no weight on it, I would recommend, upping it by 10 pounds, 15 pounds, put a 10 on each side, put a 5 on each side, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And if you're not ready for the barbell yet, you can always find another bar. For example, I have this pink barbell that's only 15 pounds compared to the barbell, which is 45 pounds. Now, this is a lot easier and it's a lot lighter than this big one. So if you want to practice form first and you're not ready for this barbell yet because it is a little heavier, then definitely I would recommend either practicing with a lighter bar or with some dumbbells first to kind of get as low as you can. Get comfortable with getting in that position low and getting your shoulders, your back, your abs, your core, everything to your legs, whatever muscles are involved in this exercise, so you get your body used to it. That's the main thing, okay? Not getting hurt and doing this for a while, because again, it's your health, it's longevity, and that's the way we should be thinking. Now I'm gonna give you guys an example of how to do a squat with the lower box squat, okay? Now this is a little bit lower, so it's a little more challenging. And I know it could look a little scarier and it could look a little more, you'll start getting nervous. But again, it's the same thing, you're just going a little bit lower. So again, my mindset is to start off light, start off easy, master it with no weight first, and then you begin to add on more weight. Again, this is not a race. You got to go at a good pace, and you got to make sure that you're mastering the ones before. You got to master your form. You want to make sure that's okay before you start adding any more weight, because that's how your muscles get imbalanced. That's how injuries happen. And then that's how you end up, with a herniated disc or an injury that takes you out of the game for a whole while. And that's what we don't want, okay? So again, I'm gonna make sure the box is at a good distance from the bar. I'm gonna make sure I realize that if the box is right between the safety nets right here of the rack, so that way I can fall safely on it, or if I have to let it go, it's gonna safely land on the safety racks, not hurt anybody. If you're at a gym, if you're at a home gym, again, this is my home gym, so there's nobody really here, I'm just recording myself. But again, when I have clients, or if I'm working with clients, or if I'm doing a boot camp here, I don't want nobody else getting hurt, because that's how somebody gets hurt that's how the fastest way somebody could get hurt, by being careless and not really focused or aware of their surroundings, whether it be the weight, racking up the weight, or, just putting the weight on. So let's go over some things again real quick. We already know the form, rule of thumb. We're gonna get under the bar. Once we're under the bar, again, I'm gonna lift it up, nice and easy, nice and even. The same rules apply, just the same as the 90-degree box, okay, as the regular box. My feet, again, they're still gonna be squared. They're still gonna be squared and hip, shoulder width apart. Okay, they're hip width apart right now. And again, if I need to open them up a little bit, that's okay too. You can open them up if that's how your feet are, if that's how your arches pronate. If that's how your feet pronate, or if they have high arches. Again, different people have flat feet or have higher arches, and that's just how our bodies are. So you gotta really use whatever you're accustomed to. Also, depending on the shoes that you wear, I recommend wearing flat shoes, like some basketball shoes or some training shoes. They're usually flat on the bottom, and that helps out a lot. So now, when we go down, we wanna make sure, again, we're gonna take a deep breath in, sit on the box, and come right back up looking forward. not looking to the side, not looking down. You want to make sure that you're either looking up or you're looking forward. Take a deep breath in, and you come right back up. You come down, squat the knees, bend them, and you come right back up. There you go. Bend the knees, come down, it's nice and slow, and you come right back up. Bend the knees, come right back up. Now, a couple things you want to remember is when you're coming down, you want to maybe look at your knees for a couple of the reps just to see that they're not caving in. That's what you don't want. You don't want your knees caving in, and you definitely don't want your knees going too out or your ankles coming off from the floor. Okay? You want to make sure that your knees are in a straight line. They're bending, they're coming straight down, and you want to come right back up. You don't want to hunch forward with your back. You don't want to arch too much. You want to make sure that the bar is nice and straight. You're coming right down. You come right back up. Again, you don't want to just sit down on the box, but you want to control that movement. You want to control gravity and just kind of let gravity do its work. You come straight down. You'll feel it in your hips, and you come right back up. And you safely put the bar on the rack when you're done. All right, you guys. Well, that's pretty much the video for today. I'm glad you were here to watch the video. If you guys stayed through, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you guys like this type of content, subscribe, like it, follow me on YouTube. I'll definitely start putting up more exercise videos and show you guys how to exercise. I've been a personal trainer for 10 years. I'm a PE teacher here in Miami, Florida, and I'm also a strength and conditioning coach. So I kind of know exactly what to do, the in and outs. And I just try to make exercise a lot simple for everybody to understand, because I know it can get complicated. And a lot of people like to throw in a lot of science, which it is a lot of science, but it's not as hard as you think. It's just proper physics, and it's just doing what you have to do in a safe manner. Okay, you can still get a great workout without knowing exactly how many numbers you have to do. You just kind of have to find your way and know what you want to do. So thank you guys for watching. Again, I appreciate it. If you guys want to see any more videos, please let me know. I'll be putting up more videos about different exercises, about some cardio, about other leg exercises, arm exercises, and I hope to see you guys in the future. I really appreciate it. Again, keep practicing, keep doing what you guys are doing. Don't give up, don't feel discouraged. 3 times a week is more than enough for anybody to exercise, to get in shape, but also, to do pretty good stuff, because the older we get, the less that we're doing, and the more you want to be able to do. Some people have families, you want to spend time with your kids, you want to be moving with your kids, but if you're not really doing anything, then you're never going to get out of bed, and you're never going to want to do anything with your kids or have fun, Again, if you don't have kids, then, you still want to have movement. You want to get in the gym. You want to start. I know there's a lot of people who are starting, and they just don't know where to start or how to start. So these videos, I hope they help you guys. And again, if you guys have any questions, please, message me, follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Instagram. I'm here to help you guys. I don't want to gatekeep anything from you guys. I don't want to take anything away. I just do this for fun. I've been doing this for 10 years already, and I just love doing it, and I love teaching people, and I love helping people. Keep working out, and I'll see y'all later.